What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. It's Trey here from HSM, and this is our second video of our React Native Expo dev course. We're going to be continuing from where we left off. So where we left off last time was finishing up the layout.tsx and getting everything set up. So now where we're going to go from here is actually we're going to start working on our main app. And the way our main app's going to work is we're going to make an app where you're going to be able to, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Sleeper or Fantasy Sports, which is where not only can you play games, but you can also see live scores of real sports, which is what we're going to be doing. And how this is going to work is you're going to be able to create games and create authentication, create a login screen, connect to a Firebase, which is a database created by Google, and do all sorts of stuff while making it look really nice and also making the functionality very diverse. So I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a quick demo of this app, which you guys should be able to see in about a second. Okay guys, so you can see this is the onboarding page. This is some basic information. I'm going to click get started. We'll do test account. And we'll just type in test here for the email. Test 1, 2, 3. When I click create account, you'll see it says enter a valid email address. So we'll do test@gmail.com. Create account. Now it works. You can see I have all the games here, but I cannot actually edit or delete the games because I'm not an admin account. Profile, you see all this. If I go to add games, it says you're not an admin, you cannot do it. If you keep accessing your account, it will delete it. So let's just delete our account real quick. You wouldn't want to do this in real case. You can see account deletion, your account will now be deleted. Re-enter your email, password. Sorry, wrong password. And deleted. I'm going to log in my admin account now so we can see what that looks like. There, so now you can see I have all the game information here. This is all the games that I've added so far. I can go to add games and add the game later. Profile, logout, privacy policy. You can see it'll basically take me to the privacy policy in Google Docs. And if I can edit the game, I can make this 250. Oh shoot, sorry, 250. And you can see now it says 250. I don't even need to refresh it. It's refreshed immediately. And I can delete it if I wanted to. And now it's all deleted. So basically, guys, that's how this app works. I hope you guys enjoy the demo. This is the app we're going to be building in this course. Make sure you guys stick around. This is basically the very, very basic app. To build more complex apps, this is the only foundation you'll need. You just need to keep redoing the same code, add a little bit more functionality, which I'll explain in other videos. That's basically it. That's the app, guys, and now we're going to be getting started on actually coding it. So the way this app is going to work is we have our basic app ready to go now. And that was the demo of the app that we're going to be building today. So to get started with this app, what you're going to be doing is you're going to want to get your Expo Go ready to go. So make sure you have that app downloaded. And once you have that app downloaded, you're going to want to open Expo Go. And you're just going to have that ready to go. You're going to go over here. You're going to go to your terminal. You're just going to clear everything there. And what you're going to do is you're going to type in npx expo start. It's going to start your app. We can do that. That's because I was using the different server to run my app demo. So we're using a different port for this. Let that get started, and today we're just gonna get the app ready, and I want to teach you how to get a basic app set up ready for one file. Very, very short video just to set up a file and get all the app code ready for that file. Basic structure of a file. So you're gonna go up to that QR code, and you're gonna want to actually scan that QR code. So you're just gonna do that, scan it. That's small again. You can see it's bundling over here, also bundling on my screen. It's gonna be done bundling pretty soon. I don't know why it says, yeah, there we go, 100%. All done. And now you can see it says the index page on the top. So we're gonna go to stack, screen options, double curly braces, header shown false. And that's just to turn off the header. There you go. You're gonna go to the index page, so where you do all that. You can see the code is already set up. And I want to teach you how to add styles today, but not this way. It's a way easier way to do styles. So you're gonna go down here. You're gonna do const, which stands for constant, which is basically just a variable. Const styles. My AI is already doing it, but const styles, it means you're setting a variable with the name styles equals style sheet, which is given to you by React Native. So you want to import it over here. React Native, click on that, or you can click enter. Style sheet dot, you can see it gives me all the other options that it gives me all the properties that style sheet gives me, like compose, set style attribute, preprocessor. We're going to create, because we want to create a style sheet. Then you're going to do like that, which means it's a function. And then you're going to do curly braces, and you're going to click enter, which is going to open it up. And now you're going to create a name for a style. So let's say I want to do name text, because that's what's over here. It's just a text that has my name on it. Or actually, let's do the view for it, the div that has all the styles above my name. So we'll do name view, name view, and you're going to do colon, curly braces, enter. And now we're just going to go up here. We did this in the previous video, by the way. And you're going to copy these styles, go back down, paste them over here. And now you're going to save it. And actually, before that, you're going to go up here. You're going to take away this whole style thing and do style equals only one curly braces this time, not two, because the second curly braces is actually down here. We just took those curly braces and those styles, put in a separate variable just to clean things up a little bit, so we have all our styles in one place. It makes it a lot easier when we're having a lot of styles. You'll see that later. And you're going to go to styles equals curly braces, styles dot, you can see all of the different stuff, styles dot name view, that's the only one we have right now. Save it, Control S, or you can go to File, Save, but Control S is a lot easier. Or on Mac, Command S. You can see it's saved. You can see nothing changed on my screen because it's the exact same thing, just in a different place. So if you want to see some change, you can go down to the name view styles, and you can do back BG color, hashtag 000. That's just making the background color black. Save it. You can see, make the background color black. You can see the background becomes black. And I turn to FFF again. That's also a default, so I can just take this away. It becomes white. Now what you're wanting to do, is, this is basically styles for the view. Now you're going to come down here, and you're going to go below that name view and do name text. Colon curly braces. We'll do font size 24 and font weight bold. And that's nothing's going to happen because we haven't actually given that style to this text over here. So style equals styles dot name text. So styles over here, name view, name view. You can see it's saved. Now it's big and it's bold. So if I wanted to make this even bigger, I can go to font size, make it maybe 35. You can see it got way more bigger. So guys, in this video, we learned how to do styles and how to get a basic page setup done. And before we end today's video, I just want to show you guys one more thing, which is how to do a basic function. So do a basic function is, the most basic function is it's actually a variable. So in JavaScript or TypeScript, which is right here, you can see we're using TypeScript, which is very similar to JavaScript. If you know JavaScript, you can easily do TypeScript. If you know TypeScript, you can easily do JavaScript. They're very interchangeable. So what you're going to do is you're going to do const. A function can be used as a variable. In Python or other languages, usually there's a separate name, like def in Python for define. In JavaScript or TypeScript, you can actually use it as a variable. So constant or const, we'll do first function test equals, because it has to have a value, and we're going to do parentheses that that. So parentheses, equal sign, arrow key, which is basically, sorry, equal sign greater than, which is basically just an arrow, as you can see here, and then curly braces. Inside these parentheses is whatever parameters your function is going to take. For the most simple ones, usually won't be taking a parameter, but for fun, let's do this one. We'll make it text is going to be the parameter. And you can see it says parameter text implicitly as an any type. That means you have to assign each parameter a type. The most simple type would just to do any, sorry. Or you can do string, because in this case we're going to be making a piece of text, which is known as a string. Anything that's in quotation marks like this, and this text is known as a string. If it was a number, we would literally just do number, not integer like Python. So you do string, or you can do any, which means it can be any kind of type. But we're going to do string. The way you assign a type is you add the name of the variable, a colon, and then whatever type it is. And you can see if I take away the t, it won't work because there's only there's only a couple types that you can use. And in here, you're just gonna do return text. What this is gonna do is it's gonna return, the function is gonna return this value, and in this value, we're gonna have a text block with a text with a value inside the text blocks. Is if I took away these curly braces, you would see it would literally just say text right now. If I surround these with curly braces, it doesn't return the word text. It takes this text value and inputs it into this text. So now we're gonna run this by using a use effect, which is a React hook that will basically make a function, which will basically call a function, but it will only run if it fits a specific time frame that you gave. So you do use effect, React, import it from React, and then you would do parentheses, because it's still a function. It's an arrow function. An arrow function is always parentheses, equal sign greater than, space, curly braces. That's always what an arrow function is when I say arrow function. So you're gonna use the name of this function over here, and you're gonna call it, and you're gonna put the text that you're gonna send is this is a test, and then outside of the curly braces, in between the curly braces and the parentheses, you're gonna type in comma, square brackets, and this is the dependency array. And the dependency array is basically where you put in the different dependencies, and only when the different conditions, and only when those conditions are met, that's the only time that this use effect will run. Anything inside this use effect will only run if one of these conditions in this array are met. So the condition we want to meet is for the page to just load. As soon as the page loads, we want to call this. As soon as the page, it's called mounting, and mounting means everything inside the first return of the function is loaded. Everything inside this page, which is this page function, it's called a page function, which is the function that returns everything that's going to be displayed on the page, which in this case is the function index, and it returns this value. So don't let this return fool you. This return is inside a different function, which is also inside this function index, but it's always going to look at what the index function itself is returning, which is this value. So when this view and text are all loaded, then when this view and text are all loaded, then this use effect will run. And if you want that to happen, you literally just leave this array blank. That's all. If I wanted to only happen when I meet a specific condition, I would just write the name of the condition. You wouldn't actually write condition unless that's a name. If it was like name is set, then only when the name is set will it run, but we don't actually have a variable named that, so we're not going to do that. We're just going to have it like this, blank array, which means once the page is loaded. So now if we save this, you can see, you can't actually see anything because it doesn't show up yet, but we're just going to add some basic styles. Oh shoot. I don't know why it's not showing up. Okay, so it's not working because in TypeScript you can't actually render it like this. That was my bad. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to set a useState variable, which basically means it's a state that you can control. It's a variable that you can control anytime. You can control the state of the variable anytime during your function. So we're going to const in brackets. You're going to write the name of the variable and set the name of the variable. So when I type in set the name of the variable, it will change the state of that variable. You'll see what I mean later on in other videos, but this is just basic. You're going to type in text, set text, and you're going to use state from React. And we're going to set whatever the default value in this, which for this case will just be an empty string. So constant text, and this is going to be the variable that we're going to be using. And set text is to set the state of this variable. So default, when the page first loads, it will be blank. And later on in that use effect, we're going to, in this first function test, we're going to set the text to whatever text we want. And that will change the value of this variable. And that way when we display this variable, it will be whatever we set it with this. So inside this variable, instead of this function, instead of returning something, we're just going to set text to text. And in the use effect, we're going to do the same thing, just set the text to this. So we're calling this function with this value. So this value is going to be passed over here. And then it's going to set the text to this value, which is just this. So set text is going to set the value of this variable text. So text is going to become this is a test. That's going to be the value of that variable. So now when you come over here, under this text, we're going to add another text, or we can just copy and paste the same thing. And instead of my name is Shree, we can make curly braces. Make sure you open and close it. And inside that, you're just going to write text. Oh, sorry. And now this text value is equal to this value over here, which is getting set over here to this value, and this value is getting passed over here. So in the end, the text value becomes this is the test, and we're displaying that over here through curly braces, a dynamic view release, and that's going to change the text on our screen. So if you save that, you can see now my screen says this is a test on the bottom. So that's it for this video, you guys. We learned the basics of how to set up a file, how to do some basic functions, and set up basic styles. In the next video, we'll get the first page done, which is going to be the onboarding page. We won't get any functionality done, but we'll just get the basic views of it ready and get the design ready. In the videos after that, we'll definitely get started on functionality of authentication. And the next, or maybe just one video will be just the view, the look of those pages. And the next video will be the back end part of it, the functionality of getting you to work with Firebase. The video after that will be getting the home page ready and then adding games, editing games, deleting games, profile page, and then we're done. So this course will be fairly short, but also kind of long, so it's a mix and match. So make sure you guys keep your eyes out for the next video, which will be hopefully dropping in about a week from the time of this video's drop. Make sure you guys subscribe, like, and comment down below if you have any other ideas for videos. If you really like this video, make sure to show me some love by commenting down below. I'll definitely make sure to reply and get back to you. Any more questions, comment down below. Once again, I'll get back to you. Like this video, and please do subscribe. It really does help me. So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.